Coach Anthony DeLeon in the LA Times. Given the circumstances, valiant effort in that first half, but obviously far from what you want the outcome to be. Was tonight just like a glaring example of how, pivotal Kelsey is to this offense and how much she's missed out there tonight?
Yeah, obviously we missed her, we missed Odyssey, we missed Julie. Those are our 3 lead guards, and none of them are here. It was, the second half was we couldn't get a stop. And then, we're trying to execute stuff that, and I thought Shay and Grace did a good, they did what they could, but it's hard to execute stuff that they've had so little time to digest. It's not anyone's fault. It's just that's the reality. So I thought they competed, but that point guard spot is obviously very important. I'm more concerned about our defense right now.
Head coach DJ LA Sparks Weekly. I'm in that.
There you go.
Yeah, I got some people, some videos up there. Unintended consequences. Sanaya Fagan got some great minutes tonight. Can you talk about what you saw from her?
Yeah, I wanted to give her a shot here and just see if she could bring some life. We needed some life, and I think she didn't connect on those shots, but she still brought life and talked. She had a great block. She's a big, strong kid, and she just brings energy. She talks, all those things. So we can build on that with her.
Hi, Cameron Ruby from the Next. Sarah Ashley, I saw Kelsey giving you a good amount of coaching and pumping you up on the sideline. Obviously, you'd rather have her on the court, but can you talk about what she was saying to you and what it means to have kind of her leadership on the bench?
Yeah, she's been a leader pretty much to me ever since I got in LA. Just having her voice, and she has so much experience, so I'm going to listen to anything that she says. And she always just is telling me just to have fun too with the game of basketball. And so when we were on the bench, she was just like, hey, they're going under you, just shoot the ball. And so I think in the fourth quarter, she smiled at me when I made that 3 because she literally just told me kind of how to read it. But being able to have that presence and her be able to teach me in any way, it does mean a lot.
John, every day from the Southern California News Group. This is for Z. Z, you had a double-double, but what can you do for yourself and for the team to stay encouraged during this stretch?
Yeah, I think, like Coach said, obviously we have key people out, but we have enough to still execute and get things done, and it starts defensively. So, just try to lead more with my defense, and just build on the positive things. Not everything was a loss tonight. There's still things we can build from, so just taking that and moving on to the next game.
Michael, when I hear Alex Sparks Weekly. Coach, this is for you. When you have your young players on the roster that get to face off against a team with so many veterans, what are some things that you think they can learn from playing against these players that have been in the league for a good while?
It's a good question. I think what makes Seattle tough is, like you said, they've got a lot of vets, and they're disciplined with what they run. They're very execution driven, and they know how to get. I think that's the lesson, right? Like, you want to be great, you got to be able to execute what you're trying to get. And I think they're very deliberate with that. They're very intentional. You can throw something at them, but they're still going to go back. Like, they do a good job of that. And I think that's what our young players and our whole team, we can learn from that in terms of, that's why it's so important to all be on the same page and execute.
Coach Eric Mathis, the second Culver City Observer. Today you had a palindrome in a box score. You had 42 rebounds, 24 turnovers. I know one of the things that you have.
22 turnovers. 24 total team. Thank you. Yep.
I know one of the things that you have been emphasizing was team rebounding. I'm curious, after a showing like tonight, what are some of the coaching points in terms of highlights and just coaching points that you plan on emphasizing after tonight?
Highlights?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I need to watch it back. I'm not feeling too highlighty right now. But like Z said, and I preach this, there's always, if you lose, there's things you did well. If you win, there's things you gotta get better at. The turnover, we had too many live ball turnovers that just, leads to a fast break. There's a lot of things we gotta get better at. And again, it is what it is, but not having any of our point guards, I think, showed a little bit. But regardless of that, we've got to be able to defend. We can't give up 98 points and expect to beat anybody. So we got to hone that in. And I'm not answering your question, but I'm not going to talk about it.
Left side, first row, Holland.
Hi, Holland Kaplan with the Sporting Tribune. This question is for Azure. You've been having a super successful year, so what is your mindset going into games like these and knowing what you need to bring?
Yeah, just trying to be consistent. I just try to bring the same energy every night, and it's been working out. But I just try to be consistent, approach every game, being aggressive, and knowing the things I need to do to help the team be successful. Just trying to bring that energy every single game.
Jared, second row, left side.
Hi, Azure. You spoke about not everything was a loss. Is there anything that you can point to at this particular time that you can, explain, share with us that not everything was a loss?
Yeah, I think we showed signs of fight. Like we pointed out, Sanaya gave us great minutes. And, even Shay and Grace coming in, they did the best they could do. It's hard to come in 24 hours and try to run a whole team, So I think, we showed signs of fight and we have to build on that. But we'll regroup and we'll watch film so we can really see what the positives were and then build off of that.
Right side, back row.
Hey, Coach, BJ Matthews from the Peach Basket. So you said defense you're really focused on. Is that more so like on-ball defense, off-ball, protecting the rim? What is it that you want to really focus on?
Fill in the blank, man. All of it.
All of it.
So I thought, just ball screen coverage, containing, rotations, flying out to a non-shooter to leave the shooter open. The 2-9 help defender. There's just a lot of things. And again, I think Seattle, you have to give them some credit. They force you. They just run their stuff so well. They played together a while, and that starting group, they're all vets. And we had 3 hardship players on the floor at one point. There's a reality to that, and that's not an excuse. We need to be better, but I think you got to give Seattle some credit.
Last 2 questions, Anthony.
Coach, as you put it, you're not feeling highlighty right now. With this being kind of a bit of a downer, losing by as much as you did. How do you what are those conversations like to keep kind of that encouragement in the locker room, knowing what you guys are going through, knowing that, hey man, this is what it is right now?
Yeah, I think you can't panic, you can't freak out. You have to maintain perspective. I still believe strongly in this group, and we're not even close to full strength at all. We had Kelsey Plum, Odyssey Sanders, Julia Alman, Ray Burrell, and Cameron Brink all out, right? And when we're going into the season, we're thinking, Kelsey Plum, Odyssey Sanders, Julia Alman, Ray Burrell, and Cam Brink are all going to be huge parts. So we cannot lose perspective. I think what we're going to gain is players like Essay, Leatu, guys that are having to play maybe more than we thought coming in. They're going to have that experience, and that's going to make us better. So we have to just maintain the course, and yeah, it's frustrating, but the sky is not falling, and as I always say, the sun's going to come up tomorrow, and we have a choice. We can re-attack and regroup and re-attack is what I always say, or we can feel sorry for ourselves. And I'm not going to do the latter. I'm not.
Last question.
Jackie Ray TV, essay, this one's for you. Coach has talked about you always want to do the best you can, but sometimes you're a little hard on yourself as well. Can you kind of evaluate this game tonight, and are there some things that you were hard on yourself about tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I want to finish at the rim better, but KP kind of looked at me and was like, "You're not intentionally going in to miss. Like, don't be mad at yourself for missing it." And I think that's something that's going to be a learning curve for me. Just don't get down on the shots that I feel like I need to make, because it's going to come back around. Like Coach has always been in my ear just about, hey, if you miss that one, all right, cool, you're going to make the next one. Make the next one. If you miss that one, make the next one. And so just continue to kind of engrave that in my head, but also just knowing that I have confidence from every single coach, every single player, every single vet. that kind of ups my spirit a little bit. But that's definitely just something that I just have to work on mentally, and I'm gonna try to get better at it.
Thanks, everyone.